Hi, I'm Michael Anthony, your home loan expert. In this video, we're going to cover the simple 5-step process to qualify for a home loan in 2022. So you've decided to purchase a home. Congratulations, you've made a big life decision and may feel a bit intimidated, and that's okay. It can be a daunting process, but the experts here at the Anthony Lending Team, we're here to help. The first step is to give us a call. During the initial call, we'll discuss your goals and objectives and explain how our guidance and experience can help you. This can include where do you want to buy, what time to buy, what you think your budget is, and how much home you can afford. After the call, we'll let you take it all in. If it seems like a good fit, we'll move forward to step 2. Last week, spoke to a young couple, and they just had no idea where to start that process, and they felt a little cautious, a little intimidated. But I will say this: after about a 15-minute conversation, I could just feel all the pressure release, right? They just felt more comfortable. They understood, what that next step is going to be and what's going to entail. And they even told me, they just said, they were so grateful to make the call because they'd been just putting it off for months because they just didn't know. So this has to work for you. This is your home. This is your journey. We're going to make it simple, guide you through the process, and hopefully close on your dream home here in the very near future. In the second step, we'll set a time for our Smart Start meeting. During this meeting, we will cover the qualifying factors. This includes things like credit review and score, current employment, household income, total assets, and determining a suitable down payment. We will then calculate the possible scenarios for your unique situation and show you the options. And by doing this, you will have a clear picture of what your home mortgage capabilities are. This is where we gather a lot of information, ask a lot of questions, and it's a two-way street. So whether you're in our office or maybe we're on a Zoom call or even a phone call, this is where there's a lot of dialogue back and forth. We want to know your goals, your objectives, your timeline. Is this something you're looking to do in the next few months or 6 months? So no matter where you're at, if you're in this process of home ownership and you have a lender, just make sure you carve out time. Ask your lender questions, get on the phone or meet with them, and make sure you understand the process and make sure you understand what's expected of you. Because again, we have a lot of responsibilities as a lender, and also too, you have certain things that you need to do to make it happen. So for our third step, we'll analyze affordability and your budget. We'll cover things like your debt to income ratio, which is an important factor in determining your maximum mortgage amount. We'll also forecast potential mortgage payments and factor them into your current financial situation, so you can get a crystal clear look at what your monthly bills will be. And by doing this, we're going to give you full confidence in going into the loan application and a sense of security about what you can afford. So on the qualifying factors, this is really what a lot of people are really interested about, right? So we look at 4 main things when we look at qualifying somebody. We're going to look at credit scores, income, down payment, and then what we call, again, debt to income ratio, the relationship between your income and your monthly expenses. And then we're going to figure out how a monthly mortgage payment fits into that. And then we back into your down payment. So we're going to look at some different options and get an idea, again, what are your goals as far as homeownership goes, and be able to put together a budget for you in a purchase price range. So when you go out with your realtor, you're going to have a really good idea where to search. In the fourth step, for current renters, we'll go through a rent versus own analysis. With this, we'll list out the pros and cons of owning rather than renting and what you can expect going forward. And if you're like most first-time homebuyers, you've probably rented before and know the pitfalls of renting. While homeownership comes with more responsibilities, the benefits nearly always outweigh the costs. During this step, we'll carefully explain what those entail. So with our rent versus own analysis, this is fun. This is where we're going to look at, where are you right now with rent? When we take a look at the budget, we're going to really get a really good idea of what that monthly payment looks at, okay? And we're going to break it down. In that monthly payment, you're going to have principal and interest, taxes, and insurance, and perhaps HOA fees. So when we take a look at that payment, and we'll look at the amortization of that payment, how much of that mortgage payment is going towards principal, how much is going towards interest, and the principal portion, that's the amount that is going towards equity. So that's the amount that's building your net worth over time. Not to mention, with renting, obviously there's no appreciation on your asset, right? You're just paying rent to live there. Versus home ownership, over time, ideally, obviously the property values will increase. Many people are pretty amazed of what they can buy compared to what they're paying right now for rent. And when they compare those two payments together, a lot of people are really amazed that home ownership is achievable and it can happen. For our final step, my team and I will prepare your loan application for our certified buyer program. Once completed, our certified buyers are 100% fully approved by our underwriters and are only conditioned to receive a purchase contract, appraisal, and title. This adds a huge amount of leverage to contract negotiations. We are flipping the script and doing the underwriting prior to contract, and this allows you to place an offer with fewer contingencies and even able to compete with cash offers. You can search for properties while we are working through this process. So our certified buyer program, this has gotten some huge traction over the last couple years as inventories seem pretty tight. This program is specifically designed to combat that. Once we do all of the underwriting, we're gonna do that up front. As I mentioned before, we're gonna flip the script, we're gonna do the underwriting up front. As we're doing the underwriting, you can go out and look at properties, okay? You can go out and start looking at homes, and ideally, we're gonna finish the underwriting. Then when you and your realtor find the home, we're gonna be able to give you so much leverage, and I can advocate for you because we've already done the underwriting. We have all the income, asset, and credit documents in hand. Everything's been verified. The underwriters approved it, and you're way ahead of the game. So when you're out there negotiating these contracts, and I call the listing agent and say, hey, yeah, the reason why we don't have a financing contingency is because the financing's already completed. It just gives you a lot more leverage. And when they're evaluating offers, maybe there's 6 or 7 or 10 offers on a property, and we can make a distinction that your file is already approved. You're that much closer to closing. It gives them a peace of mind that your offer is gonna hold a lot more weight. So it's a fantastic program, and we've had huge success with it. So just to review, in this video, we covered the 5-step process to qualifying for a home loan. We went over the initial call, the Smart Start meeting, qualifying factors, a rent versus own analysis, and our certified buyer program. You're now armed with the necessary information to ask the right questions. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to subscribe to our page and follow us on Instagram at the Anthony Lending Team. We'll be posting educational videos weekly, and if you've got any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Once again, I'm Michael Anthony, your home loan expert. Thanks for watching.